So, welcome back to Everything Retro 2. Okay, I went and bought myself a Combat Survival Kit, military. This one with a K. So let's go into it and see what it's like. Just pull them off like that. And let's have a look, see what we got in here then. So first off, it comes in this nice little plastic container. It looks pretty solid actually, it looks pretty cool. And you've got two hoops there. Two little hoops there, so you could put some string around it and put it around your neck, or tie it around your neck sort of thing, or around your shoulder, or even tie it to another part of your kit, your bag or whatever. Right, so let's get into it. So I can hear things rattling around in there, so let's get into it and see what it's like. It's got a nice snap, side snaps as well. Yeah. Right, so let's see what we got. Alright, first off, we've got your instructions. Put that to one side for a minute. Okay, on your instructions, you've got all sorts here. I'll put that there a minute. We'll have a look at that. Right, you've got a ruler. You've got a ruler along the edge of there. Plus you got some information, Morse code, how to do survival, build a shelter, how to start a fire as well, look, out of, just using wood, rubbing two sticks together by looks like. Compass details, how to use a compass, and a watch. Yeah, so he's got some good stuff on here. Yeah, it's got some good stuff, some good survival stuff. How to make a snare to flipping catch your food. For water, all sorts. Everything you need to know is in that bit of paper. What's in this bit of paper here? Right. Maybe this is for when they don't find you. Because they want your name, your age, your sex, time of accident and date and stuff like that. Okay, so we've got something like that. All right, yeah, then. So that's that little bit. So let's put that to one side. Right, so let's get back into this and see what we got. Right, first off, we've got a lovely little compass, little button compass, and I think that could be accurate. I think that's totally accurate. Look at my big compass. Oh, let's have a look. See. Right. Shouldn't put two compasses together. Let's have a look and see. That is actually spot on. That little button compass does work. That does work. More reliable on this big one, this old one. That's that. But yeah, this little button compass, that does work. So that's a knobby little thing. Right, so that's that. What else we got? We got a fishing kit, and it all comes in these little bags as well, which is a lot more of a better idea. Instead of it all being loose. Looks like some really small hooks, fishing hooks in there. So I mean, let's get it out and have a little look-see and see. Let's put it on that bit of paper a minute. So we got the fishing line, which is in there. I'll leave that in there for a minute. So that's in there, fishing line. You got some lead weights. There's, what's that, 4 of those? Yeah, 4 of those. How many of these we got? 3 of those, no, 4 of those. There's another one there. I can't remember what these are called actually, but I'm sure maybe somebody might tell me. I really can't remember. I've never ever used them when I used to go fishing. Fishing hooks. Oh, flip me, that's it. Stuck in my skin. Nice little small fishing hooks. You probably don't want them too big anyway, because you want them quite small. Because you don't know what fish you're going to catch. Too big a hook, you'd have to put too much bait on it and then the fish won't go for it. And then it'll discover it's a big hook and it won't grab on it. So a small hook is a lot better for this type of stuff. So that's that. So let's get that back in the bag, or if not, I'm going to end up sticking myself with a hook or something. But that's not too bad. A little fishing kit. And a couple of little tiny little lead weights as well. A bit more of a bigger lead weight would have been better. Or maybe a float or something. Just a small little round float would have done. But you can always add to these kits. You don't have to just use what's in here. You can always add to it. So that's that. Right, so let's see what else we got. Right, next thing. We got a razor blade. There's no actual proper knife in here, just a small little razor blade. I'll just pull this off just a little bit. I don't want to pull it right out. We all know what a razor blade looks like. So these are pretty cool. They're pretty good. Like the old school for shaving. But these are really good. They're nice and sharp. Right, so that's that. What else have we got? Little sewing kit. Got a couple of buttons. A little safety pin. Looks like it's only one needle though. It's a bit of a shame. Could have done with an extra needle just to be on the safe side. But yeah, it's not too bad. Fair little bit of cotton on there. You've got white, black, it's like grey and red. A couple of buttons. So yeah, not too bad actually. Pretty cool. Right, next you got fire stuff, your fire tender. Basically this is just cotton wool. Whether or not they've soaked it in Vaseline or anything, I don't know. But break it all out, like pull it all apart. If it had Vaseline on it, it'd burn a lot better and a lot quicker. So that's that. Snare wire for catching a rabbit. Or anything else you want to catch, depending on what part of part of the world you're from. But so yeah, it's a nice bit of snare wire there. That's a good length there. Can also be used for all sorts of stuff, not just necessarily just for catching a rabbit. And you got your whistle, and that's got a clip on there as well, so you can, if you've got a shirt on or something, you can just clip it on the side of your shirt or on a pocket. That's going to be with you all the time if you're in trouble. Right, what else we got? We got your candle. Cool, he's a bit out of shape, isn't he? Finally, what happened to him? I think he's a little bit out of shape, that one. Yeah. Well, anyway, there's your candle. What else we got? Signal mirror. And you got a little bit of felt on there, I reckon. Probably need peeling off to get the shine. But a nice little signal mirror. Got your hole to look through for actual signalling properly. Another hole there. That's not too bad actually. What else we got? A box of matches. Well, a packet of matches. Not very many. But that is actually... Those are actually wood. You get some what used to be... Well, if you remember the old days, they used to be cardboard. But that's actually bits of wood. So that's actually proper matches. Nice little box. Nice little pack actually. Matches. So you got your matches. Alright, what else we got? Then you got your saw. Now, I've never been a big fan of one of these. I had one on a knife one time. Like a Rambo knife where you unscrew the top and take all your bits and pieces out. I bought it back a long time ago when I was really young. After seeing the Rambo film, we all sort of like thought, yeah, we'll have something like that. So when it came with it, it ended up just breaking straight away. But this one could be pretty cool, actually. Yeah, it does feel a lot more better than the one I got on my old knife. Yeah, that does feel good. That feels like that could actually do something. And it's just key rings. Job is. It feels pretty sturdy. Whether or not it lasts out, I don't know. Anyway, that's that. So what else we got? Pencil. So you can always use your razor blade, look, to rip down a little bit off your pencil to sharpen it. Well, also to sharpen it, but you can also use that little bit to, you know, the bit of wood for tinder, to get your fire going. And yeah, so it's a pretty good little pencil. That looks pretty cool. So what else we got? Then you got your, oh my god, I've forgotten what these are called. My mind's gone completely dead. I've completely forgot what these are called. I think it also got a bottle opener on there as well, by the looks of it. I'd say it's probably like it's more, to me, it's more like a flint, but there is an actual name to it. Right. Yeah, but I've literally forgot what they call these. I've literally forgot what they're called. No, it's not called a striker. It's called something else, but I've literally forgot what it is. Still, never mind. Somebody tell me. So it's on a nice little bit of cord. It's just. Should we open it up and just give it a spark and see? There we are. I'll scratch it up a little bit. Take some of the black stuff off. That's where it comes a smart move now, isn't it? Doing it indoors probably catches some out of light. Right, let's have a go. See if it gives it a good. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's go again. Let's get some more of this black off from it. I've also got my dog, who's also very interested in seeing what this is. Oh yeah, you got a really good spark out of that. That's pretty cool, that. Yeah, so that should do the job really well. I think it's also got a ruler on the side as well. Yes, it's got a 5cm ruler on the side. I don't know if that's going to pick it up or not. But yeah, you got another little bit of ruler. But I think that's maybe a bottle cap, is it? For opening a drink? I'm not sure. That's the only thing. Some of this stuff don't come with like proper instructions with like what tools you got. Anyway, there we are. So that is one survival kit. What you think of it, I don't know, but for what I paid for it, I think it was pretty cool. If you were stuck in a survival situation and needed this stuff to help you out. Got the dog licking my hands. Right, I'll just lay this out a minute, just give you a little bit of a look. Yeah, so there we are. So there's your items. What do I think about it? Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's, you know, if you're in a dire situation and needed stuff, I mean, you got your saw to get off some branches. I'm not saying you're going to cut through a tree stump with it, but you can certainly go through some thickish branches, probably about that thick. Take you a while to saw through, but yeah, I reckon for what you need. A candle, even though he's a bit battered and bruised, I mean, it's going to give you a bit of light if you've got shelter, that is. Yeah, so it's all according to what you think about this, and if you got any suggestions or any ideals, share them to me. And please subscribe if you like the channel. I try and add more stuff different things if I can. Anyway, there we are. Cheerio.